everybody, and welcome to a brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 live stream right here from our amazing live streaming studio. My name is Jens. I'm part of the community team here at Frontier, and I'm going to be your host for the next 90 minutes or so as we dig into free update number 5, and of course the Dominion Malta expansion. I had to remember what the actual correct name of the DLC that we're talking about today. So yeah, we're going to dig into some of the stuff that you can find in the free update coming very soon to Jurassic World Evolution 2, and then of course we're going to look at some new stuff from the DLC. We might not get to everything, but we're going to try to get to as much as possible. And as a lot of you in chat have pointed out, yes, I am wearing a suit today. There is a special occasion happening later, hence the suit. And I thought, you know what? Why not dress up? Because it's a live stream and it's Friday and it's a special occasion. So here we go. And joining me today is a couple of people from the development team. Later on, you'll get to hang out with me and Rich. But for this first part here, I am joined by Emma Rydstrom. Hello, how's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, very good. Thank you for coming to the stream.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
You here. And for those who don't know you, why don't you introduce yourself to the community?
Yeah, hi. I'm Emma, and I'm a game designer on Jurassic World Evolution 2.
And specifically, as game designer, what's your thing? What you work on?
So I've worked a lot on implementing the dinosaurs and their behavior, setting them up. I've also worked a bit on some of the scenarios for this free update.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
That's cool. That's cool. And you're going to be sort of our not expert witness, as it were, but you're going to be our expert as we talk about some of the stuff in the free update here. Are you excited about the new update? Excited about the DLC?
Yeah, I think it's going to be so good.
Yeah, it's a thing we've been holding it in for a little bit, and now we can finally be able to talk about all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
it's really exciting.
I remember I did the anniversary stream with James Moulang and a couple of other people from the dev team, and everyone was just like, "Oh, but I just want to talk about the new stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the old stuff. I want to talk about the new stuff."
Exactly.
So now we, at long last, are able to talk a bit about it. And yeah, so free update 5 coming out on December 8th will be available to everyone who owns the Jurassic World Evolution 2 base game. The Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion Malta expansion, of course, is a paid DLC with some amazing new dinosaurs and some new features. And we're going to get to that a little bit later. So I think we can maybe just jump right into to what's in the free update. So, as I said, available on December 8th, free for everyone who owns Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I think the first thing that we can jump into is a bit of challenge mode.
Yeah.
So in challenge mode, there are now 5 new DFW campaign levels as challenge maps. Can you talk a bit about some of the work that's gone into taking the sort of scenarios that you have in the campaign and sort of moving them into challenge mode scenarios?
Yeah, so we've taken the levels that existed in the campaign, edited them a bit, and made some fun changes, added some objectives. Just turned them into challenge levels. I think it's going to be really exciting, especially the last one, the California photography one, is one that I really think players are going to enjoy. It's a really cool one.
Can we take a look at some gameplay here, Adam? So we've jumped into the challenge mode menu here. So whereas some of the sort of earlier campaign levels are very much, hey, build a park and then reach 5 stars and then you're done. These are more sort of specific scenarios. What was the reasoning behind some of this?
I just think to make things a bit more unique and interesting, add some more variety to the game, and just really make each challenge its own sort of unique thing that players will enjoy. Yeah.
So you got your Arizona Breakout, you got your Washington State Wreckage, your Pennsylvania Headquarters, your Oregon Aviary, and of course your California Photography mission.
Yeah. And
I find this very interesting. Is it you take pictures of dinosaurs, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so it's very different from the other challenge levels. It's very it's just taking photos of dinosaurs, and it's kind of a race against the clock, and it's a really interesting one, and Yeah, it's very different and unique, but I think players are going to love it a lot. Like everyone on the dev team has really enjoyed it.
I mean, reactions in chat already are pretty positive. The fact that they're getting more more challenge levels is really cool.
I'm glad.
I like that it's, you know, it's taking a feature of the game and sort of making it into its own level. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I enjoy the park building, but we also have a lot of other cool things that we can maybe turn into like mini levels.
Definitely.
I do really like that. So I think that is a neat little thing that we have added in here. But I think we can, Adam, if we can switch back to just the studio. I'm going to try to get a park loaded up here because there's a lot of quality of life updates in this as well. So we've done some changes for behaviors for certain tiny dinosaurs. We've done some quality of life updates that we're going to talk about very, very shortly. So I just need to get a sandbox park loaded up here. And for those of you wondering at home, we are playing on a PC, but I'm going to use this gamepad controller because it's a lot easier than using the big lap board that we sometimes use on stream here. So we're just going to get right into this, I think. Hold on while we load up this here. Here we go. Oh, sorry. Don't want to lose my notes. Come on, laptop, work with me here. Thank you. Okay, so I think so this is my DFW park. I've spent, a fair bit of time on it.
Yeah, it looks
I like
pretty
it.
nice.
Pretty good. Thank you very much.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. I mean, it really helps to build something very quickly with the insta-build, insta-destruct sandbox park feature.
Yeah.
So I can just be like, I want this here, this here, this here, and that there. No, that didn't look good. Remove, and then this is my little park here. We might get to see some new body colors and pattern colors for certain variants here as well. We'll see.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I worked on connecting up and stuff.
And they look fantastic.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
look so good.
I didn't actually make them. I'm not going to take credit for that. So.
Yeah, no. The other, you sort of made everything sort of fit together, I think.
Yeah. So, for example, in the species viewer, you get the little icons with the colors on them. Like I choose the colors for there, for example.
Nice. So first, we're going to talk about the dinosaur environmental needs, because we already know, like when we take care of our dinosaurs, they have, different needs that they need fulfilled in order to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And when it comes to building an enclosure, we have to consider all of these little things. So now there's a neat little highlighter to show us what plants they like.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a toggle.
Yes. So right now, at least on the controller here, if I hit right stick, that will show off these liked plants. And I think that's a really, really neat little thing because it shows you then, what inside this territory is positive, what inside this territory can you make changes to, for example?
Yeah, exactly. And you can see the likes outside of the territory as well. So for example, if you wanted to expand the territory, you could sort of see where you could expand into if you don't want to place down new foliage.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a very good way of sort of controlling how you want their territory to expand as well. Because on some other streams, I've been messing around with the Jurassic Park 3 challenge mode level, the Isla Sorna Site B level.
Yeah.
And on the one side of the island, everyone's just sort of running around everywhere because there are some needs that are met over here, some over there. So it's just kind of, it's kind of a chaotic mess. But as Dino Hunger points out, this is a way for us to sort of better control the ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes things a little bit more readable and just, easier to work with.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of highlights, I think there's something for the transport helicopters as well.
Yes, exactly.
So I've prepared a tranquilized Parasaurolophus here. So I think we can jump into this this transport here and talk a bit about some of the new icons that we're seeing here.
Yeah, so you can see the little billboards above the dinosaurs. So there's like a minus above these ones over here. There's a little flag on some of them. And then I think if you kind of fly around the park, you'll be able to see some little blue hearts over there, for example.
That's adorable.
Yeah, so this is in reference to their cohabitation relationship. So the blue hearts means that they like each other. The gray lines just mean that they're fine with each other. They don't really care that much.
They're neutral,
and then I don't think you have any dinosaurs that they dislike in this park.
Yeah,
but,
I think right now it's neutral or like. I think is the thing here.
But there's also an icon for dinosaurs that don't like each other, which is red.
Yeah.
And then the little flags means that they're the same species.
So it's a much easier way to, like, unless you're like me, who sort of just puts all this in your brain and then forgets all the other actual important stuff that you need to know in your life. If you then forget who likes who, you can very easily see, oh yeah, no, these are neutral, they'll be okay.
Yeah,
these
definitely.
dislike each other, they won't be okay.
Yeah, and it's useful just when you're adding new dinosaurs to your park as well, just so you can see where to put them. And
yeah, because this works right out of the hatchery as well, I'm assuming.
yeah, exactly. And also for some of the challenges, we have dinosaurs that get shipped in. So, for example, in one of the new challenge levels is another one of those shipping scenarios. So then I find it really useful when you have new dinosaurs coming into the park to just see where you can put them. You can see, like, oh, they get along with everyone in this existing enclosure, so I'll just put them in there.
Yeah, for sure. And it is, let's see, Starfoish points out, it makes things a lot easier when you're building things. And they also say W icons, which I'm assuming means win icons. Or W is good, I've learned.
Yeah, I think so.
from the kids. So that is when transporting. It's very easy to see then, oh yeah, I can put them in here, they'll be neutral, it'll be fine. I can have my Parasaurolophus hang out with these Kentrosauruses here, and I think I have a bunch of Coelophysis in here as well. Yes, speaking of the little tiny dinosaurs. All right, so also I think we can talk about there's another dinosaur highlighter for things like the capture teams.
Yes.
So if I go in here, like right now, obviously I can see the icons, but it's still a bit tricky sometimes to see certain dinosaurs. For example, they can be hidden behind trees.
Yeah, and they blend into the environment. They're well camouflaged.
Yeah, Coelophyses, very small generally, but we have a highlighter here as well, so I can very easily just be like, let me see where all the dinosaurs are.
Yeah.
I can very easily then just be able to pick them out and tranquilize them. And also it's a very sort of nice little quality of life addition to make things a bit more streamlined, make things a bit more easier for the player to do. And I like this little change that we've done.
Yeah, me too. It just makes things a little bit easier.
Hold on, I'm gonna just make sure that I've checked my notes here. And then this works for all kinds of park teams, so not just the capture teams, but also for the ranger teams in case you need to do something with them, and also for the mobile veterinary unit as well. So it's very easy to just see, like, oh, here's something I need to take care of, and you can find your dinosaurs very, very easily. Okay, I really like that as well. So I do believe finally, so these are my Dreadnoughtus. No, I was looking at my notes and I just misread something. Never mind. Let's see if there's anything else we can talk about from Update 5. One of the things that we're rolling in is some new, like we talked about, some new body and pattern color combinations for some of the variants. So I know some people are really interested in seeing them. So I have some 2022 Dreadnoughtus here that I've decked out with some new body and pattern colors. I think they look really, really neat. And this was a way for me to showcase how different they can look. Yeah. Because that was also one of the things that the community discussed when we announced this. Like, oh, how will they actually look? How will these variants actually look when you add new body and pattern colors? And I got to say, impeccably done.
Yeah, they look great.
To the dev team.
Yeah. And it's just nice to see all the different combinations as well. There's so many different possibilities for cosmetics. For sure. And I think over, like I said, I have my Kentrosauruses over here. And these should, most of them, be the Pierce variant, but also then with different body colors, different pattern colors. And then we have a regular Pierce variant over here without any changes. Yeah. And again, you can just see there's a wide variety of different options that you have, and they can look, even though they have the same basic shape, same basic look to them, they can all be very different and unique. Yeah, it's just so nice to see them all together like this as well. It really just makes it more visually interesting when you have all these different skins. It really highlights the differences they can
have, because like just these two,
Yeah,
like
totally
night and
different.
day,
Yeah.
absolutely. And when you then create these in a hatchery, it is just a very simple matter of going in. I'm going to choose one at random. For example, the where is it? There we go. There's the Dreadnoughtus right there. So if you then hit Modify Genome, you can then see in the UI where it says here, you can choose the body variant. So either you can do the default and then choose what you want. You could do the 2022 variant and then choose random, or just the regular 2022 variant.
Yeah.
And then you can also do random for everything.
Yeah.
And then I think that should, does that include then the regular variant and the 2022 variant?
I believe so,
with
yeah.
color options.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of different things.
Totally random.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different things you can do with this then, to just be like, all right, yeah, just put everything to random.
Yeah.
And just make as many dinosaurs as possible.
That's what I like to do.
Yeah, me too. That is one of my favorite things. I think
Then it's so
really
fun to see their exit animations when they come out of the hatchery, and
Yeah,
you
there's so
can
many-
just see what colors they have, and it's a bit of a surprise.
There's so many different colors. There's so many different, and you know, right now with the variants and the skins as well, I think it's a really nice little cool feature. I like it a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on, I'm gonna exit, and I think we also want to talk a little bit about our tiny dinosaurs, our Coelophyses, and there should be some Compsognathus here.
Yeah, if you can find them.
If I can find them, there they are. So can you talk a bit about some of the sort of behavioral changes to the tiny dinosaurs?
Yeah, so we've given them some new animations, so they're able to do jump attacks now. I believe they're able to attack other dinosaurs, and I think also guests.
Mm-hmm. And I think they also should avoid running into water if they can help it. They'll still run up to water and drink
Yeah.
it, obviously.
Yeah, so they won't look like they're drowning because they're too small for the water.
Yeah. Same with then, yeah, that goes for the Coelophysis, that goes for the Compsognathus, and then also some of the new tiny dinosaurs that we're adding in the
Yeah.
DLC as well.
Exactly. So we've added a new group for small carnivores, or for tiny carnivores, called Scavenger. So Compsognathus is part of that, along with the other tiny carnivores.
I really like that because, yeah, it makes things come a bit more alive. It makes them feel more like living creatures, and you know, it makes sense that they should be able to attack guests and goats
Yeah.
now and again.
Yeah, exactly. They can stand up for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I do believe that they also should no longer just immediately like bowl over guests or vehicles in case anything happens.
Exactly.
Which I think is also like we turn off some collision stuff as well, which I think is a really neat little addition.
Yeah.
Let's see, did I have one more thing that I wanted to show off? Because I showed off the Dreadnoughtus 2022, the Pierce variant of the Kentrosaurus, and I also have some Ouranosaurus around here. Again, just because I wanted to showcase what these look like when you use because this should be this is the 2015 variant that I have here. With all these different body and pattern color options. And I gotta say, they look absolutely stunning.
Yeah, they look so good. They're very bright.
Yes, absolutely. And it's just, yeah, they really stand out. And then, put these in with the other ones as well. You have the difference in design, the difference in size, the different colors, all that good stuff. I think is really a really cool little addition to the game. All right. I think then that does it for the update 5 stuff that we have to talk about today. There's going to be, of course, full set of patch notes and a full changelog on December 8th when this update becomes available. So please make sure to keep your eye on our website, on our social channels, and all that good stuff. We're going to bring in a different guest for this next segment as we jump into the Dominion Malta expansion. So I'm going to say a huge thank you to you, Emma, for joining me on the stream.
Thanks for having me.
And is there anything you want to say to the community before you head on out the door?
Well, just I hope you really enjoy this new update and the DLC.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna play you guys the Dominion Malta expansion trailer once again. And chat is already saying, thank you so much, Emma, for joining. Thank you so much. This has been great.
Oh,
so
thank you.
we'll see Emma out with the trailer, and we'll bring in Rich Newbold in just a few moments. And we're back. And we're joined, well, I'm joined on the sofas. We're joined. Everyone out there in the world, we're joined by game director Rich Newbold. How's it going, Rich?
Hey, community. Hey, guys. Thank you very much for having me, Jens. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm underdressed.
Yeah, there was, just to give you a bit of behind the scenes, Rich looked at me when I came in and just looked at me and just said, why, Jens, why?
There was no memo that there was a dress code for this live stream. I thought, oh, put my Jurassic hoodie on, and then you strolled in looking so suave and sophisticated.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I mean, sometime, like I said, there's a special occasion later.
There is,
so there's some, forgot to send you the memo. I'm sorry, Rich.
It's fine.
But, I mean, next time I can show up in jeans and hoodie.
I'm not going to look as good as you.
You can come in a suit
anyway, so don't worry about it. So
I even styled my beard this morning. We're here to talk about the Dominion Malta expansion.
Yes.
Exciting times.
Yes, it is.
And, we thought we're coming up in the end of the year. Why not go out with a bang,
Why not?
Yeah.
That's what we've been thinking.
Why not bring in a huge DLC for people to play around with? So we're going to be talking about it. And, all of this is going to be available December 8th is when this is going to come out. Before we do anything else, though, for those just joining us for the very first time who might not know who Rich is, why don't you please introduce yourself to the community?
Hey guys, I'm Rich Newbold. I'm the game director on Jurassic World Evolution 2, and it's my job to kind of decide what we're doing with the game, what content, what features, what PDLCs, what updates, and kind of working with the team to bring all of that to you guys since the game came out last November. So it's been many years now. I've been adding all this wonderful stuff to Jurassic, and it's still amazing to get to it with dinosaurs and the Jurassic franchise every day.
Yeah.
So it's great.
I mean, I still tell a lot of people that sometimes I just have to pinch myself and just be like, I get to work on this thing based on one of my favorite film franchises.
Yeah.
And, I mean, not to mention based on one of my favorite things growing up, like dinosaurs. Everyone loved dinosaurs when they were younger. And so it's just like, super cool. Comment here from Starfoish saying, Rich looks just as dapper as Jens to me. So
Thank you.
So there's at least one person out there who loves the look that you've got going right here. So how excited are you for the new DLC?
I'm really excited. I love doing PDLCs. I love doing the updates and giving you guys and improving the game and give you so much new exciting content and features. Expansions especially get me excited. Things like, we call them expansions, but they're much bigger DLCs. We've had the Dominion Biosyn one, and now we've got the Dominion Malta expansion. I find them really exciting because we get an opportunity to have dinosaurs, but narrative as well as other content as well. It's a good package of things to give to players. And with the film, it was such an exciting film, so much stuff happened that it's been great to have those dinosaurs from the movie, but the characters from the movie as well. And I think it's been great to use some of the characters that you saw in the film, specifically around the Malta scenes in Dominion, and write a narrative and a story based around those characters, and that's been really great in getting those amazing actors into VO sessions and
I was about to say you get to work with some of the incredible film actors again. Because I mean, we're going to talk a bit about it later, but Campbell Scott is back as Dodgson.
This narrative is set loosely before the events of Jurassic World Dominion, so it's a great opportunity to get Campbell back in the VO booth as Dodgson, and he did such a great job in the film of being Dodgson and with the Dominion Biosyn expansion as well. So we thought, let's get him back in for the Malta one. So
let's get him back in. Yeah. So do you have a favorite dinosaur from the DLC?
I'm going to say this every time. I love
them
all of my dinosaurs equally.
I love all of my children equally.
I love all of my children equally. But the one I like the most is probably the Oviraptor.
All right, yeah, it's a good pick.
Because it's so unique, and it's cute and unique. It has that kind of that distinct look, and it has that feathery tail, and it's just such a beautiful thing to look at. It's a dinosaur, I know, but I do like dinosaurs.
I mean, dinosaurs can be cute.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the, what is it, Homolocephaly. Very cute dinosaur. Very cute dinosaur.
But not only did the version from the film look really good, but the team did an incredible job creating body and pattern colour variation for these, and some of those combinations are really stunning and an amazing thing to look at. So I think the Oviraptor out of this DLC is the one that I would like the most. But I love them all. I
think it also helps that it's very tiny. You know, it's very manageable. If it did exist in our world, it would be kind of more manageable than an Atrociraptor, for example.
I much prefer those dinosaurs in game to something like the large carnivores as well. So it's definitely a much easier gameplay experience for me as well.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
So yeah, that one's definitely my favourite. And you put me on the spot / couch.
I did put you on the spot / couch. If you're just joining us, my name is Jens. I'm part of the community team here at Frontier. This is Rich Newbold, Game Director on Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're here to talk about the newly announced Dominion Malta expansion coming December 8th to Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I just did this intro because, you know, in case some people come in late, it's a good idea.
Not everyone's here from the beginning. If you come in late, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Yeah, not everyone's here from the beginning. Just gotta let them know.
Everyone's busy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I also love all our children. Dinosaur children equally.
And we have a lot of children now in Jurassic World Evolution 2.
There are.
The original release last November had a lot in, and then over the last 13 months since the game came out, we've been adding more and more dinosaur children to the game, and they're all amazing. And I think I'd really struggle to name them all, but I love them all equally.
I think with all the variants and with all the species, obviously, with the variants as well, and some of the different skins, I think we have there's at least over 100.
Yes, I think we're now
sort of different
100 at least.
It's quite something to think about because there's a lot for people to.
The art team, the character team, animation and audio team, the rigging team have done such an incredible job of bringing all those species to life. Not only the ones that you know and recognise from the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies, but those dinosaurs that we kind of inspired, like created ourselves, and kind of taking those references from science and building them so they look like they would work and fit in the Jurassic universe and as you would see them in the film. So incredible work from the team to bring us so many dinosaurs, and they're all amazing.
Yeah, and because a lot of them do appear in the films. Some of them don't necessarily. What's the sort of process for trying to make those?
So we kind of go from science, we want authenticity. So we want not just dinosaurs and species that are authentic to Jurassic, but also authentic to the science as well that exists in our real world. So we kind of start there as a base. We kind of look at the scale, how it looks, look at scientific drawings of dinosaurs that we haven't seen in the movies, and kind of build from that within, kind of keep it in style with what Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and the amazing team at Universal did for the way their dinosaurs look on those movies. We kind of married those two things together to create the dinosaurs in Jurassic World Evolution 2. So we kind of use them both as kind of targets to begin with. Yeah,
so. I mean, it's, and like we said before, the dev team has done an incredible job trying to make them, you know, fit into what we assume it would look like in the Jurassic universe, because you know it is based on our universe, but it's also slightly different because you know, some of the science might not be one-to-one, but obviously it's...
And sometimes the science changes as well. What was science 30 years ago when Jurassic Park came out is not necessarily science today. So we always try and use what we know is now for the dinosaurs that we're creating. And obviously the animation team don't have any real-world footage of dinosaurs, so they'll use real-life animals where possible for that reference of, you know, things in the animal kingdom move in similar ways if they're quadrupeds, bipeds. So there's a lot of real reference that we use for that kind of stuff. And great job.
All right, so before we start really showcasing and talking about some of the new stuff coming in the Dominion Malta expansion, just, you know, lots of things to keep in my head at the same time.
It's a wordy one.
It's a bit of a wordy one, but you know, we roll with it. We're going to kick off a giveaway here, and what we're going to be giving away is one DFW-style backpack, which you can see right there to your left. Yeah, thank you, Rich, for indicating it. A Jurassic World Evolution 2 water bottle, which is also on the shelf. It's kind of behind there, so you won't be able to see it that well, unfortunately. We're also giving away a Dino Chase Atrociraptor Lego kit, which you can see on the top shelf there. Thank you, Rich, for indicating that. And you know what? We have there's like a Dino Dig kit on the back there as well, which you know what? I think we're going to give that away as well.
So generous now.
It's a new DLC. Yeah. It's a big one. It's a new DLC. It's an expansion.
Yep.
We've got to give something major away.
This.
I feel like.
It's good.
So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So yeah, you get the backpack, the water bottle, the Lego kit, and the dig kit. The dig kit is kind of cool because like you dig up like dinosaur bones and you put them together into a skeleton, and there's some amber stuff in there as well. It's really cool. So. Before we kick this off, I'm going to read some terms and conditions. Right. To enter the giveaway, I'm going to give you a keyword that you will need to type into our chat. And the competition will close in 5 minutes, which is, let me see here, 12 minutes past 3 GMT, because we're in the UK. And after that, I will pick one winner of this whole bundle. It's a Frontier Developments Twitch channel only competition. Sorry, YouTubers. And some geographical restrictions will apply. But the full TNCs will be posted in chat. And you can find them also on frontier.co.uk/legal. If you're a winner, we will DM you on Twitch from the official Frontier Developments account. You'll get a whisper from that account. And the keyword you will need is !merch. All lowercase in one word. !merch. MERCH. To win a backpack, water bottle, Lego kit, and dig kit. I think they're just called dig kits, but they're really cool. And so you'll be able to win that if you are in our Twitch chat. So let's get that kicked off, shall we?
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck, everyone. And I'm sure someone will win it. As they always do.
That's what happens.
That's usually how it works.
Usually what happens.
So yeah, let's kick on. Let's move on to to talk a bit about the new campaign.
So it's not just about dinosaurs in the Dominion Malta.
It's not just dinosaurs.
It's not just dinosaurs.
There's a reason why. Yeah, why we call it an expansion.
Exactly.
Is because you got the new dinosaurs.
Yep.
There's some new variants. There's some new skins in there.
There's lots of new dinosaurs and variants, but not only is there that.
Yeah.
We have a campaign.
We have a new campaign, and so. Obviously, it's called the Dominion Malta expansion.
Yes.
So there's some stuff happening in Malta.
Yeah.
And there might be some stuff happening outside of Malta. Can you talk a bit about the campaign?
For people that watched Dominion was such a big film. It had so many things going on, so many different plot strands with different characters in different places.
Yeah, it was like a worldwide adventure.
Yeah, exactly. So we had all those scenes in Bison Valley, but you also had that really interesting moment kind of halfway through the film set around Malta. And some incredible, intriguing characters in that Malta area, kind of what was going on in the kind of black market and the kind of buying and selling of dinosaurs. So what we've done is we've created a narrative set just before the events of the film, set in that area of Malta, using some of the characters from those scenes. So Soyona Santos, Barry Semben, and obviously we have Cabot Finch coming back as well because he's our character and we love Cabot.
Everyone loves Cabot.
Exactly. So you can be working with them, and as well as DeWanda Wise as Kayla Watts. So you can be working with these characters and Cabot especially to kind of create dinosaur enterprises in the Mediterranean. So there's we have 3 different islands, and you can be working through a story, working with these characters to build some enterprises for Cabot because he wants to, as he always does, he's all about the money, and he thinks the only way to make money is to make dinosaur parks. So you'll be working with these characters to build these parks and kind of working with the dinosaur black market. We call it the dinosaur exchange in the game, to acquire different dinosaur eggs, different genomes, different dinosaurs, and bring these parks to life and make money. And you'll be able to kind of move between the different levels in an interesting way. So it's a non-linear campaign. So unlike our previous campaigns, which are kind of level 1, level 2, level 3, as it were, in this case, we've gone non-linear. We kind of give you the option to move between the levels at times.
What was the reasoning behind going non-linear this time?
For us, we just wanted to kind of have something that felt a bit more fresh and a bit different. And in Jurassic World Evolution 1, this was a mechanic and a way that we did our campaign. You kind of started on Matanceros, and once you unlocked the next island, you moved to that one. But you could always go back and use some of the things you unlocked on Matanceros and build slightly different parks or adapt the one you've got. And we found that really interesting, really fun. So we kind of used some of that again because it's part of what we did with the first game, and we really enjoyed that kind of stuff. So it was a great opportunity to kind of go and do that again, and it was a great opportunity to take some of the things that are you've unlocked through later levels, go back and improve that level. And sometimes the story will take you back to a previous island, but sometimes you can choose to go back and improve that park, whether it's to acquire new things or to unlock new things.
Yeah. So if you're in our Twitch chat and you are following our giveaway, there's 1 minute left on that giveaway. So type !merch in our Twitch chat and you will be entered to win the amazing bundle that I just talked about. Sorry for cutting you off there.
It's fine.
Rich,
It's merch time.
Yeah, it's merch time. Comment here from Joey T Evolved Gaming _Twitch saying this will be the best DLC in Jurassic World Evolution 2 history. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that's cool. That's super great. And yeah, I like the idea of, you know, starting in one place and then moving between them, because I mean, and also it's not just you as the player moving around. You can ship dinosaurs around.
Yeah, that's
as
right.
well.
Because you might have some requirements of missions that are available on certain islands. We added a way for you to move those dinosaurs between your parks. If you've got dinosaurs on the first island and you want to move them to the second level, we needed a way to do that. And what we've got is we have a cargo ship. So you will put your dinosaurs inside the cargo ship, and depending on, you can then move to one of the other islands and remove it from the cargo ship. So it's kind of a holding place for you to move your dinosaurs between them. So you can put them there, do something else, and then always you can pull them back out when you need. And from the cargo ship, you can also send your dinosaurs to the dinosaur exchange as well. So if you're kind of looking to move on one of your dinosaurs, you can put them in the cargo ship and then send them onto the exchange. So yeah, it's one of those ways that allows you to transfer dinosaurs between the islands as well. Something we didn't have relatively easy on Jurassic World Evolution 1. So. Yeah.
And that is the end of the giveaway over on our Twitch channel. If producer Adam, if you could very quickly pick a winner at random for us and send me their username and announce them in chat, please. We will get to that, and then we'll continue talking about the Dominion Malta expansion.
Good luck, everyone.
And the winner is King Lab, or King Lab. It's one word. So King Lab, King Lab.
Congratulations.
And congratulations, you are the winner of the Lego kit, the backpack, the water bottle, and the Dinosaur Dig kit. We will send you a whisper over on over on Twitch. It's very fun.
You really enjoy
to say it that way.
You really do.
I do. It's like that one time when I annoyed Tim by saying sabotage instead of sabotage, because I was playing the Jurassic Park challenge level, and there's a lot of sabotage in that game. A lot of sabotage happening all the time. So there are 3 levels across the Mediterranean. So we start off in Malta, and then we go to
we've got places. One that's set in kind of Corsica, one that's set in the Greek part of the Mediterranean as well. We have one is kind of an island, one is a bay, and one is a more open level as well. So we have 3 distinct looking levels, different kind of looks and feels. The second level is my favourite one. We've got a natural lagoon in that one. So we've shaped the lagoons, which are normally kind of built by the player in those modular ways, but we've shaped that into the environment itself. So you've got this kind of big open area of water that you then going to put your marine reptiles in that you need in the campaign. So.
Yeah, I like that. I think maybe we're going to jump into that map later on to show people what that map specifically looks like. But
the Mediterranean, there's a lot of water. So I wanted to have a level that kind of lean into that. We have islands, but I wanted to have a natural water body for players to be putting in their marine reptiles and not just having lagoons on the island next to water. I thought it was a great opportunity to have things that look naturalistic. And you know, we have in the Dominion Bison expansion, they had the invisible fences, so it kind of had that feel of a more natural environment for our dinosaurs where they weren't in fences, and I wanted something similar for the water reptiles in the Malta expansion.
There's a comment here from Jack Wolf saying that the expansion can't come soon enough, and so yeah, there's definitely a lot of excitement.
Just less than a week though. It's only less than a week.
Yeah, it's in 6 days. This thing is going to come out.
Thankfully, it's not
so
too far.
You don't
away.
have to wait for very long. And you may have already seen what the natural lagoon kind of looks like, because we did share a screenshot from that, all of us. But yeah, no. So that is in one of the maps. There is a natural lagoon that you can.
And the environment team, design team, and the code team did an incredible job taking some of the systems that we used for the lagoons, but make them work for the natural lagoon. It wasn't an easy job to make that just work, unfortunately. But they did an incredible job to make it work. And we also adjusted some of the marine reptiles. Comfort levels and the territory balances between the different ones to help support that natural lagoon as well. So it's going to be a bit easier to have different marine reptiles in that space, because in the lagoons, in the normal lagoons, it's easy, you just move them to different lagoons. We have a fixed one. But in this one, it's an open body of water.
Yeah.
We went and rebalanced some of the territory requirements of our marine reptiles, so it will be a bit easier to get multiple marine reptiles in that space.
Yeah, I also very, very good to have. So that way they won't just immediately start trying to eat each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
Probably a good idea since it's
Probably a good idea.
Since it's a
yeah, there's still going to be a
lagoon.
challenge, but we'll just ease off just a bit, just make it a bit easier.
So for these 3 islands, is progression the same across all 3 of them? Does it cross over?
There's going to be some bits that are persistent and some that aren't. So, for instance, your scientists and your money are fixed to the island that you have them on or earn them on, but you have everything else will be persistent across the levels. So, what you have there is an opportunity to utilize that in ways to, if you are low on money on one island, you can go to a different island, kind of do some more research, do some more dinosaurs, and then use the cargo ship to bring dinosaurs onto the island that you're low on money, and then utilize them there to gain some more money or improve the park and increase the rating. So you won't be. That means you can be a bit more flexible in how you're going to deal with the challenge. If one of your parks isn't successful, you could always go back to one of your previous ones that is now successful and improve that, and then utilize the benefits of what you've been doing there.
There's a comment here from Rebellion Ghost saying the natural lagoon map will quickly become a player favorite, no doubt. So, but yeah, and then obviously that's not the only map that we're adding in. So like much like with the Dominion Bison expansion, the campaign maps will be immediately available in sandbox mode if you have purchased the DLC. So if you would like after purchasing the DLC, you can immediately jump into sandbox mode, mess around with these levels, see how they look, see how
the new dinosaurs in, drop them.
So it's that is very, very quick and easy to do. So in this. Yeah, we're not going to talk so much about the narrative. We're going to talk a bit about the mechanics. You mentioned the dinosaur exchange.
Yeah.
How does that work exactly?
So, in the Jurassic universe, in the films, dinosaur creation is still kind of kept to certain organisations. So obviously Jurassic World was Masrani, and in Jurassic World Dominion, Biosyn are predominantly the dinosaur creators of new dinosaur species. Obviously you have all the natural ones that escaped out of Lockwood Manor at the end of Fallen Kingdom, but the dinosaur creation, it was only kept to kind of Biosyn. So in this campaign we wanted to reflect that, because the dinosaurs, there will be no hatcheries. So the dinosaurs, there's no hatcheries to begin with, but a lot of the dinosaur creation is acquired by acquiring the dinosaur exchange until you learn the technology of hatcheries yourself. So you're utilising the exchange to acquire dinosaurs that you might not have access to through the research system, or new eggs, or new genomes as well. So it's a different way of acquiring dinosaurs from our usual way of expeditions and research trees and hatcheries and things like that. So you can be able to buy things from the exchange, but you're also going to be able to sell things to the exchange as well. So there's a marketplace now that of people wanting specific dinosaurs or specific dinosaurs with certain traits, and if you're creating those yourself and selling them to the exchange, you're going to get benefits. So it's a bit like we're using the contract system as well, and that's so someone might want a certain dinosaur, they might want an Apatosaurus that is forever lonely for some reason. They want this one. So a
very sad Apatosaurus.
They really want a sad Apatosaurus. So if you make that Apatosaurus and you generate that trait yourself, you can then sell that one to the exchange, and you might make a lot of money off that. So there's lots of opportunities to maximise the money you're making using the exchange, as well as building reputation with 2 different factions. We have it's building trust with them. So you have the underground and you have the authorities, and depending on your trust with these 2 factions, it will affect what you're going to be able to unlock and get access to. Again, it's a very similar thing we did with Jurassic World Evolution 1 with the 3 different factions there, but we have 2 in this one, and depending on who you're leaning into and utilising a lot more, you'll get access to different things. So that's what we've been doing with the exchange. It's a really intriguing way of dinosaur progression and management in Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's been a really great feature to add.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the fact that we're sort of leaning into the black market stuff that you can see in Jurassic World Dominion
exactly.
as well.
So you saw someone like Soyona Santos in Dominion, and her job is to be that broker between what people want and what they can get access to when it comes to dinosaurs. So we wanted to lean into that part of the franchise of the fiction of Jurassic World Dominion.
I really think that's really, really cool. So alongside obviously my controller's dead. Alongside the new campaign, we're also introducing some new sort of Malta themed buildings.
Yes, exactly. We have a new building set for the Malta area. So
we're going to jump into some of that here. So this obviously is the map with the natural lagoon, as you can probably tell.
Yep.
The natural lagoon right here, and it's even called Natural Lagoon, which I think is a very neat little touch.
It is what it is.
So this is the sandbox mode map, of course, which starts you off with some of these lagoon viewing stands here, as well as the paths here. And it even comes with its own lagoon hatchery, which I think was a very excellent little touch from the level designers.
They're very clever.
Yeah, absolutely.
The designers are very clever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this. So it's not, we have a big lagoon, but there's kind of a plateau up the hill for kind of a bigger park, if you wanted, of land-based dinosaurs, if you want. And then you have a kind of, there's a path here that leads you exactly where you need to be, but it allows you to have a separate area for your land-based stuff, but also then you can have an area focused around your lagoon. So if you're creating amenities around the viewing galleries in the lagoons, there's space for that, but there's a big space up here for your kind of more bigger operations and bigger enclosures, if you want.
And since people are asking and obviously want to know this stuff, like this is the general size of the this particular map, and so yeah, you have a lot of space up here to build out a nice looking park with your land dinosaurs.
Yep.
And then of course down here you can have area dedicated to your marine reptiles, or maybe you could just build a giant fence in this area here, sort of an elongated.
I generally put a lot of my amenities along these paths. It's like food, drink shop, shelter, restroom, and then kind of do that on both sides, and then you'll get the benefit then of the marine reptiles that you're putting in those areas. But yeah, for this expansion, we've created a new building set. So just like in the Dominion Bison expansion, there's a plethora. Oh, I love that word.
It's a very good word.
It is a very good word.
Yeah.
Lots of buildings that are built in a style that is appropriate for Malta or the Mediterranean. So you have a really iconic looking stone-based kind of historic feel to some of these buildings. And for us, it was a great opportunity to look at the buildings in a new way. A lot of the buildings that we had in Jurassic World Evolution 2 have been a certain faction, a certain company on making them from scratch, whether it was Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, DFW, Bison. It's kind of, these corporations are building them for a specific purpose. But with the Malta buildings, Malta's kind of been around for hundreds of years, so we had to think about
the country itself.
You're going to be. We kind of think of it like people are retrofitting existing buildings, architecture to be a new purpose. So it's been great to explore how we would use things like buildings or shipping containers and industrial warehouses, and think about how people might use those or crib those together to be a certain function. So it's the arrival buildings or the hatcheries. There's very much a feel of existing stonework, existing metalwork, so like a kind of a rusty girder feel to a lot of the architectural style as well. So it's been really great building this building set. It's been everything. Every time I saw progress on this one, it's been very heartening to see how unique it feels and how it looks not only in itself and fits with the decorations that we have and how they all can kind of connect together, but also compared to the other sets that we already have as well.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who's been to Malta, like this is pretty spot on. I gotta say, like this is really cool to see.
The team did an incredible amount of research into the way that Malta's kind of looks and feels, and using a lot of reference in how they use stuff like archways and stairways and a lot of walls or buildings that existed but haven't quite. They're not as new as they would be, and bringing that kind of feel into it. Yeah, it's been really good, and it's kind of having those unique feelings of the different building sets is something we always strive to do. So this one is very much brick and that rusty redness, and DFW had a very striking kind of more cream and green, and Jurassic Park and Jurassic World had the kind of the, I want to say, the thatched roofing and the red and the blue, and but this one has its own one as well. So yeah,
they're all very unique from each other, and I think that's one of the strengths that the game has as well. The fact that you can kind of tell at a glance, oh, this is DFW, this is Malta, this is this is this, this is this.
And same with the vehicles as well. So the capture team, the medical team, the mobile vet unit, and the ranger teams, again, looking into how we can take our vehicle styles, our vehicles, and kind of make them fit into that Malta feeling as well. So,
and of course, you've got Malta versions of the different attractions, so the viewing galleries, aviary viewing galleries, lagoon viewing stands. You've got a nice little truck tour, which
I like that one.
I love the look of this building. Like it is exactly how I pictured it to be.
It's just a double-doored garage. And it's a tour.
It's very sort of, like you said, very sort of, they've taken this, they've retrofitted it, they've needed, some place to do like a truck tour out of. And,
I mean, in Dominion, the kind of the underground, the black market, it wasn't a new building. It was the basement of an existing building. It was very much something that had a purpose hundreds of years ago, and is something completely different now. It's now housing dinosaur fights. And we wanted that kind of feel. Everything in this building set feels like that.
Yeah. This hotel as well, really, really cool, with a nice swimming pool in the middle there as well. Yeah, when I went there, I went for like a EF language learning thing, and I mean, this is the school that I went to. This is what it looked like. It was just like a giant brick building that they had just sort of repurposed into. Yeah, no, this is going to be a school building for the summer. So I really like the look of this stuff. And also, I mean, I saw when we did the announcement, there were a couple of people from Malta saying, "Oh, this is amazing! Like finally something that's set where I'm from. We're taking inspiration where I'm from."
Sometimes, you know, we're predominantly set in Cambridge. We kind of didn't get an opportunity to go out to Malta. We use a lot of reference stuff ourselves, so it's really nice to hear that we have accurately recreated that stuff. It's always a fear when using real world locations as a basis for things that you might not get it right. But yeah, I'm so glad.
Yes, I mean, it made me happy as well.
Good.
So now I can share the news with you here. And yeah, so there's going to be a plenty of different types of buildings, from operations buildings to your hatcheries. I think this is the aviary dorm unique to. Yes, because
we had. It was very good it was great taking the kind of the metal aviary dome and just rusting the whole thing. So we're just going to make it all rust. But that it's just such a striking.
Yeah, the very sort of red iron.
The redness to it.
Look of it, I think, is really, really good. And so there's, and of course you've got your amenities, which are your amenities. Yep. You've got your hotels, your restrooms, your shelters, all that stuff. I think we can take a look at some of the, there's some new decorations as well, I believe. Yes. Things like storage.
There's no filter on this menu per set, so it's, What I really like about these decorations, because the way that Malta's kind of stonework works is there's a lot of crumbled down parts of some of our buildings, and we created some of the decorations to fit that. So you can kind of have a nice, almost straight line of buildings, and using the decorations in some of those gaps to almost build a contiguous front of them. That's been quite nice.
I really like that stuff. So yeah, that is a look at some of the buildings, and of course this lovely map here, which I'm blanking on the name of. Is it
Santiago? Santigradis Bay, I think it's I can have this one. I'm not very good at the names of these islands. I haven't learned them all. It's like I think maybe it's San Marine Bay.
San Marine Bay.
San Marie Bay. That's this one. Yes.
But it should be mentioned, based on real places. But I believe they
are completely fictional names.
The place names are made up. But yeah, they are based on real places out in the world here. The great
just like the 5 deaths. I wanted to lead into that. They're loosely all named after saints. So we had the 5 deaths, and on these ones I said, let's try something that kind of fits in with that. So
the 5 deaths and the 3 lives. Almost.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they're all named after saints in their natural language that each island is based in. So that's what we kind of did. It's our own little way. We needed a way to kind of collectively come up with a nice name for them, and I was like, this was something that really was something that stuck out in this area of the Mediterranean. There's a lot of references to saints or historical figures, so I said we should lean into that and kind of the 3 saints.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my own way of describing it. It's not like it's not Jurassic canon or anything.
It's something that we're sort of injecting
just
in.
Coming up with a nice way of thinking about it.
There's a cool little comment here from the great Toastmaster saying, "Imagine using these broken walls and towers on a tropical map to make temple ruins." So yeah, like if you're playing on next-gen consoles or on PC like we are here today, you can definitely set this to all buildings and then mix and match the different styles in different ways and make something really cool and unique.
Yeah.
And so
even on something like the PS4, you could load into Isla Nublar with the Malta building set, and you'll have access to these decorations in that level as well. Yeah,
there were some suggestions that we release a marine
release the mosasaur
into the lagoon here. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then we can jump into some other stuff here, which I think people will appreciate seeing.
You're so quick. You're such a pro at this.
I've done this for at least a year.
I'm very
Rich.
impressed.
Maybe more even.
Even though it's been my game for many years, I think I would have not done that. I'd have still been like, it's this, then this.
Don't sell yourself short. I've seen you build a pretty functional working park within, 30 seconds?
Yes, but we both know that my paths and my fences will look like that. Okay? There's no artistic style done in my paths or fences.
Everything's going to be very sort of straightforward. But yeah, we're going to do the release here on this Mosasaurus right here. Here we go. since people wanted to see what that looked like. Oh, yeah, there's a work in progress build here, folks, so please excuse some minor hitches here and there. But yeah, that is the Mosasaurus released into the natural lagoon. And it won't swim away, just so you're aware.
Yeah, it's going to stay within the bounds of this level, but it's got a big water body for it to explore and be happy.
Because I saw that was a question in chat, like will this
will it
swim away? No,
away.
It will not. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. So yeah, that is the boundary right here. But all of this can belong to your marine reptiles when you release them into this.
So when people come to the park,
all right.
they want to learn something. Sure.
And so I think then we can move on to some of these dinosaurs here, because the Dominion Malta expansion will include 4 new dinosaurs. And
it's not just about a campaign. This is circular. This is because the Malta expansion is not just about a campaign. It's about dinosaurs as well.
It's about dinosaurs as well, absolutely. And we did this for the Dominion Bison expansion. We released some new dinosaurs and a non-mammalian synapsid. As well as there's going to be some new variants, a couple of skins as well, and maybe we'll have time to show off some of those. So the 4 new dinosaurs. There's Lystrosaurus.
That's not a dinosaur.
My bad.
It's a therapsid.
Therapsid, all right.
So it's a bit like the...
So there's 3 new dinosaurs and a therapsid. 4
prehistoric species. It's I know it's not just semantics, it is important, but it is... yes, we have the Lystrosaurus, which is a therapsid.
Therapsid.
A therapsid, yes.
Huh. Okay. Well, today I learned.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that, actually. There's the Oviraptor, there's the Morris intrepidus, and of course, the Atrociraptor, which... I mean, you can
looming
see
above us,
behind us, right here,
pointing towards to me.
And I think we're gonna talk a bit about some of those and showcase some of them a little bit after we show you the Atrociraptor species field guide. Which, Adam, if you please do the thing.
The Atrociraptor is bred for great dexterity and high intelligence. They possess immense agility and are versatile hunters. In a pack, these efficient predators are relentless in pursuing their prey.
And we're back. Hello, that was the Atrociraptor species field guide. And yeah, the Atrociraptor, the sort of key figure, what am I trying to say?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Representative dinosaur for this expansion.
You might call it the hero dinosaur.
You might call it the hero dinosaur.
It's not a hero at all.
It's the villain dinosaur.
Yeah, very much so. There are those terrifying dinosaurs you see in the Malta scenes, chasing after our heroes in Dominion. The Atrociraptor, we have the 4 movie variants of the squad of Atrociraptors that get released after Owen and Claire, and they are terrifying, and they're great because of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have to find my note here. But yeah, no, it's they look really good in game as well. I mean, I got to say, and it's not just the Atrociraptors, but it's the Atrociraptors with the Atrociraptor squad skins.
Yes, and
so you have all
I
those.
Always struggle to remember the 4 of them. It's Ghost.
Yes.
Red.
Yes.
Tiger.
Yes.
And Panthera.
Panthera.
Panthera. I always get that one confused. It always reminds me of Thundercats.
Yes, that's Panthro.
Yeah, that's the one. Which one was in Thundercats?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have the 4 there, and we also have the kind of a full suite of body and pattern colours as well.
Yes,
so,
because that's something you need to have for an expansion, much like this.
Yeah, we love doing not only just taking the movie design, the movie species, but also adding those body and pattern colours to them is always great because we have a bit more freedom in that regard. We can kind of take the original design and then layer on kind of the colours and the body pattern and the pattern colours that we think will really make that species kind of stand out. So
it is a very cool. I mean, it's a very cool looking species. It's a very cool looking dinosaur. It has the sort of one of the bigger, better action sequences in the film.
Yes,
as
definitely.
well during
very high tension
during the whole chase sequence. And yeah, if you were paying attention to our social channels in the sort of run-up to the announcement of the Dominion Malta expansion, this was obviously the Know Your Dinosaur little teaser that we put out. And a lot of people immediately clocked that it was the Atrociraptor.
How quickly people recognise the sound of the Atrociraptor. I was very impressed when I saw that.
I never doubt our community when it comes to guessing things like this.
Yeah, now I feel bad for doubting you guys. But no, it was the speed was incredible.
Yeah. No, it's just like that. People could tell. But I'm assuming our community has seen that film at least a couple times, and it very stands out the sound of the Atrociraptor. So yeah, how could we not know it? So someone in someone
I'm
in
sorry,
chat
guys.
here.
Please forgive me. Please love me still.
Yeah. So I think we've got the species viewer up on the television here. So Adam, could we please jump into the species viewer? So here we go with the Atrociraptor. Obviously, like you said, full suite of body and pattern colors.
Yep.
As well as the null pattern or off pattern, blank pattern, which makes it look like this. I've tried to angle the light as well as I can. I'm always a bit terrible when it comes to angling.
I was going to say, you're not really a lighting artist.
No. Do you want to try? Having a hand?
Made the mistake of mocking you. Let me try this.
See if we can get some better lighting on the Atrociraptors here. I only had a couple of seconds before we had to go in. So yeah, here's the Atrociraptor in its glory. I honestly,
that's too dark.
That is a bit too dark. Yeah.
Too dark.
I mean, I really like the colors and the patterns and like the overall look of the Atrociraptor squad, but I gotta say, just clicking random and just having like a full sort of suite of them run out with the different body colors, with the different pattern colors.
Yeah,
it's so good looking. They just look absolutely incredible. And here's the tiger, ghost, panthera, and finally red.
But yeah, I love all of these. I think for me, definitely the Death Valley body color is one of my favourites. Probably with the black, is very I love this tracking. It reminds me of many realistic animals in Animal Kingdom. So
it's it reminds me of a little bit of a cheetah almost, like the same sort of yellow pattern with the sort of little black orange spots and things like that. But yeah, there's a huge variety of different coloration, both in body and pattern colors as well. Leopard skin, yeah, absolutely, that too. So it's certainly, you can have a lot of different options when you're adding the Atrociraptor to your
Thank you for allowing me to partake.
Of course, I got to say your lighting skills a lot better than mine.
Slightly better.
And we can also check out some of these animations. I think just to see what they look like. I mean, you know what these animations are called better than I do, I think. But got our standard walk animation, run animation, and then when it's sleepy.
Yeah, we call that one. We call those ones
preening. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Although, like, it just describes they're doing something fun and interesting. But we call them kind of preens because it's sometimes what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We have idles, preens, and then the movement animation as well.
Should probably mention that there's not going to be a laser targeting device in this expansion that you can point to things. They will they will run around and act like like they are dinosaurs
they
in
are
a
very
park.
tricky to keep happy. Is that they're raptors in kind of half names, so they are still very tricky to manage. So you need to make sure you keep them happy, otherwise they'll escape and try and eat your guests, which is never good. It's never a good thing for a successful park if your dinosaurs trying to eat your guests. It's been so great adding the Atrociraptors to Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's been great working with Universal and getting the reference and how they look and move and kind of bringing them to life, and it's been great. And they're terrifying to look at.
They're pretty scary to look at, but
just every now and then it's just over the shot. I just catch it. I'm like, I'm going to talk to you, and it's like it's just there. I'm like, oh
god, yeah, they're
coming for me.
All right. Should we? We can also talk a little bit about some of the other dinosaurs, because there are 4 new prehistoric species. There we go. Because one's not theropod, but therapsid.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that means, but I'll do the Googling.
I don't have a degree.
I'll do the searching. I'll figure it out.
I think it's because of the tusks. It's part of a different part of the animal kingdom, as it were.
And
Yeah.
I do believe that we should have some screenshots that we can throw up on the...
Screenshots mean that we don't have to worry about getting our lighting right.
Yes, it usually does.
So quality experts have already done this for us.
It usually does. Yeah, I got a bit of a... All right, so yeah, we can see if we can find these screenshots while we discuss them a little bit. So yeah, as we talked about before, we got the Lystrosaurus, the Oviraptor, and the Morris Intrepidus,
Yes.
all coming. And also something that I didn't mention previously is that we're getting variants for the Allosaurus.
Yep.
There's a new variant for the Dimorphodon.
Yep.
With the pycnofibers.
Nice. Yes, I always go the furry, hairy thing. But yes, they have specific terms for the way that it comes out of the body
Yeah.
and the Dimorphodon. Yeah, so with the Dominion Bison expansion, I've talked about it on the couch to you guys before, we had to, as a team, develop technology that allowed us to bring to life some of these feathered dinosaur species that you see in Dominion. The Pyroraptor, Therizinosaurus, things like that. So we've been utilising that technology again on these new dinosaurs, these new species that you see in the Dominion Malta expansion. And the Dimorphodon in Dominion has, that you see in the Malta scenes, has the kind of the fibres coming out of it. So I thought it'd be great to bring that variant to life. Now we have that technology. So
it does like the perching.
Yeah.
And it has like, you can really see and just that model itself, it looks absolutely incredible. Like it is obviously very based on what they had already and what it looks like. But yeah, it's just, it looks like a different species.
And
almost.
it's a variant because it's a different size and scale Dimorphodon to the one that we had from Jurassic World. So the team had to work to bring a different character model, new rig, new animation, new audio because of that. And yes, we had the Allosaurus as a new variant, and there's a Carnotaurus as well.
Yeah, I believe that's a new skin.
A new skin,
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, and I love the scene in Malta where there's the two of them fighting on the street. And,
Yes, and I gotta say, the poor guy on the scooter.
yeah, so that
just
guy
gets
apparently
chomped.
he won a competition to be, not in the film, obviously that's a terrible competition, but a real life person.
The character in the film didn't win a competition to be eaten by a dinosaur.
Yeah,
just to make that
a
clear.
real person won a competition to be in Dominion, and I think he got eaten by a dinosaur in it as part of the competition. I think I read that. I need to double check my citation on that one.
That
but I
makes
think that's what I
sense.
read. But yeah,
But yeah, it is
he was so poor and lucky, scootering through downtown Malta into the middle of a Carnosaurus Allosaurus fight. But yes, I love that fight. That interaction was really great to watch. So bringing the Allosaurus that you see in that scene as a variant again. It looks distinctly different from the Allosaurus that we already had, so the team had to kind of do a significant work to bring a new dinosaur to life as well, which is why it's a variant.
So I think we should have the Lystrosaurus screenshot ready to go. If we can cut to that, please. Yes, here we go. Lystrosaurus appears in the black market scene in Dominion, I believe.
Yes, it does. It's part of the underground part of Malta. And I like the Lystrosaurus is really cute. I would say I love it, like all of my dinosaurs. But one of the things I really enjoy about this one, it has furry eyebrows. It has very subtly cute furry eyebrows, and I love it. I'm not sure if you can quite see it over the right eye of that one, but yeah.
Maybe not, but I mean, you'll be able to see it.
It's really subtle, but I love it.
You'll be able to see it in the in the game here. When it releases
the way
later.
they move. In Dominion, you don't see like the full movement of the Lystrosaurus, so bringing that to life has been great working with Universal. How would this thing have moved if you were going to move it across that kind of that building? If you're going to have it shuffle across, how would it look? So it's been great working with Universal and the animation team, going, okay, we think it would move in a certain way, and bringing that to life in your parks in Jurassic World Evolution too. So it's very cute in a kind of like way, definitely.
Quite short, quite squat, but it's an herbivore.
Yes.
Despite what the fangs might tell you, but that's what it uses to like bite off bits of vegetation. It's a very cute looking, not dinosaur, but therapsid. Therapsid. Therapsid.
Like
like theropod almost, but therapsid. Yeah.
Yeah. SID.
And if chat is to be believed, the one scene in the film is called Leonard.
I did not know that.
Which
fair enough.
Because I don't know if this is a sort of Jurassic community nickname, but it's been fun.
It wasn't wearing a name badge.
No, it wasn't. But it's been fun learning some of the nicknames some of these dinosaur models apparently have, because like everyone knows about Rexy / Roberta. But then there's apparently there's a Quilliam in Jurassic Park 3, one of the raptors. Really? Yeah, apparently. And then this was apparently called Leonard, Leonard, or Leonard.
So, yeah, I know about. Rexy, that
according to
one's
Novoraptor
obvious one.
TV, Leonard got his name from the Wanda Weiss. So,
There you
fun
go.
fact for everyone out there. And
Well,
all
I'm
right.
looking forward to seeing lots of Leonards running around your parks then, as you name all of your Lystrosaurus.
Leonard 1s to through 10.
Yeah.
Let's then jump into a screenshot of the Oviraptor, if we can, please. Yes, so the Oviraptor, which was, it means egg thief,
Yep.
because we thought that this was thought to steal other species' egg. I've got my notes.
It definitely looks
here.
like it's going to be one of those
Yeah.
types. You know, it's got that kind of feel that it's going to cause trouble in other people's nests.
Yeah,
You know?
and I think this is definitely the sort of, not proof necessary, but this definitely sort of leans into the whole dinosaurs eventually evolved into birds theory.
Yes, you're not wrong. Yeah, it definitely does with the big furry tail and the
Yeah.
kind of the beakness to it. But yeah, definitely. I think it's such a unique looking dinosaur, which is why it's my favourite one at the pack. And that bushy tail is just, it's so amazing to watch it move around your park.
Yeah.
And just like watching the Oviraptors animate and move around, it's really nice to watch.
And obviously both the Lystrosaurus and the Oviraptor have the 12 body colors, the
Yep.
7 pattern colors, as well as a 2022
Yes, there's one that looks
skin.
looks exactly like the one you've seen in Dominion, so a bit less, but also the team created unique body and pattern colours as well. So there's going to be lots of variation for you guys in colour for when you put your dinosaurs in.
And this obviously now known to be an omnivore. And will it be an omnivore in the game?
Yes, we've been working on systems on how we can. Normally we have herbivores or carnivores. We've kind of worked on systems on having the opportunity for omnivores to exist. So something like this will be able to eat from the grass or some of your meat feeders. The grass.
The grass.
From grass. Or
from the sort of the
foliage is the word I'm looking
foliage,
for.
the paleobotany system.
Paleobotany system. It's coming back to me now. Or the various carnivore feeders. we
Yeah,
have in
so
there as well.
there you have it. Oviraptor will eat from both paleo. I just lost it. Paleobotany.
It's not as easy to see.
Features, as well as the meat feeders. So
Yeah.
and also this is a very small dinosaur. It should also act similarly to the compies and the compsognators in that they might avoid the water. And
Yeah,
that
this
stuff.
one might do as well. But yeah, the systems that we did for things like the compies and the Morris Intrepidus and like to make sure that it's a lot easier to move around those in the park as well. So changing the way that the vehicles collided with them was a big thing. Once we started adding a lot more of the much smaller dinosaurs, we realised that sometimes our systems weren't built for dinosaurs that were as small as it's been, because it's we're normally predominantly dealing with massive sauropods or T-Rexes. So
It's kind of cool though that I think that we can go from these really huge dinosaurs to the very, very tiny ones.
yes, some of them. I think the Morris Intrepidus is our smallest one, and it's very tricky to see it amongst all the foliage. Once you've got people.
I struggle seeing the
I'm
compsognators.
skipping ahead to the Morris. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Sorry.
We can just go to it then. I think. Speaking of the Morris
Speaking of the Morris
Intrepidus,
Intrepidus.
here it is.
Natural segue.
One of the smallest tyrannosaurs to have tyrannosaurids, to have ever existed. Fraction of the size of its famous relative, the T-Rex, and it's
This
just
really is a fraction. It's a tiny fraction.
it looks like a tiny little T-Rex.
Yeah, this picture has not done the justice of how small this is in Jurassic World Evolution 2 compared to the kind of the way the cameras work, the scale of the parks. It is a really small carnivore that you're going to be managing, and if you, as you see in Dominion, you kind of see it in a few scenes at Biosyn, but we also see that scene at the end with Ellie and Alan in the background of the little girl being very brave and feeding this tiny carnivorous dinosaur next to a water body. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but yes, it's been great to bring the Morris Intrepidus into game, and also creating some of the new systems to work with those tiny carnivores. So as Emma said before I got here on the couch, we kind of added ways for these small carnivores to attack goats and to attack guests as well, which has been really fun and interesting to add. Some of the taking one of those systems that we had for the kind of bigger dinosaurs, kind of how the Velociraptors might bring down a larger bit of prey, kind of scaling that down and making the small carnivores attack smaller prey, and it's been great. And again, lots of hard work done by the team to bring that to life in really fun ways. And I know the animation team especially have had lots of fun with the goats and the guests and having them reacts to being attacked by groups of tiny carnivores.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately, but I might just at some point just build up a park, release some Morris Intrepidus inside it, and just see what happens.
Just a mass of Morris Intrepidus.
I'll just fill all the slots in a hatchery with Morris Intrepidus, with Compsognathus, and Coelophysis, and just be like, go, my pretties, go. Yeah, absolutely. I think as like because we've got a couple of minutes left, as like a tiny little treat for people. I think we can jump back into the sandbox mode park that I had running earlier, because one thing that I really wanted to show off was the 2022 Carnotaurus, which you can see here, which I think is nicknamed Demon by the community, if I'm not mistaken. And so what I did was I put Demon together. Oh, it's sitting. Yes, it's doing the sit. Yes. Oh, and it goes to sleep. That's great. So yeah, I wanted to show off Demon Carnotaurus next to Toro from Camp Cretaceous, just to sort of show what they look like next to each other, and some of these sort of differences in color and design and all that good stuff. Because that is also the 2022 Carnotaurus, something that we're adding in with this expansion, together with the new Allosaurus variant and some of the other skins as well that we've talked about. So yeah, the new. Oh, is it gonna sit down? Is it gonna sit down? Come on, Toro, you got it.
No, just teased you.
Yeah, just teased me. Just like, nah.
I like this one. It's just like, I just prefer to sleep in the day. And you're like, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it really does.
And so so you got the Demon Carnotaurus, you got the Toro Carnotaurus, and of course you can then release a regular Carnotaurus as well.
Yeah, so we have three different types of Carnotaurus
see what they look like. And right over here somewhere, there it is. I've made a couple of Giganotosauruses, both using the 2022 variant. This is the sort of, it feels weird to call it standard variant, but it's just sort of, it's a straightforward 2022 variant. And then over here, we have one with the mangrove forest and the Pelophylax
good pronunciation.
Pattern coloration, so you can see a little bit what they look like in comparison to each other. Oh, is it going to go for the goat? Yeah, it's going to go for the goat. Go! Eat the goat! Oof. I don't think I'd actually seen that behavior before. I don't think I'd seen it actually tramp
the animators have
the,
a lot of fun with some of these. But yeah, this is a body and pattern color for the Giganotosaurus, which is part of the Dominion Biosyn expansion. But as part of the update that we're releasing next week, we've gone back and added body and pattern colors to people that own that PDLC. So if you already own the Dominion Biosyn expansion, now the Giganotosaurus in that expansion will have a lot more body and pattern variations as well.
Yes.
So
same with the Kentrosaurus Pierce variant.
If you're
same
in
with
the Camp Cretaceous PDLC, you'll get some more body pattern colors for your Pierce, and the Iguanodon as well.
From the Camp Cretaceous dinosaurs. No, Iguanodon from this, yes.
There we go.
Thank you.
You haven't mentioned it yet.
No, yeah, I was like, there is something I'm missing. There's something I'm forgetting.
So yes,
I knew in the back of my head there was something I was forgetting.
There's an Iguanodon as part of the Dominion Malta expansion as well, and not only is there a film version of that, there's also body and pattern colors for it as well. So we've been able to kind of add more body and pattern colors to people that have existing PDLCs. So if you have those, you're going to have when you get the update next week, you'll have a lot more body and pattern colors. But in this expansion as well, not only is there a film version of the Iguanodon, but there's also body and pattern colors. So here we've got the 2022 Dimorphodon from the Malta expansion.
I want to just show off what it looks like, because it's so teeny tiny.
It is tiny compared to the other one.
It is very, very small, but that's what I like about them. So I think, compared to
the much
bigger, this is a full-size one, and then we have a 2022 variant here, and just I like it a lot. It's a very teeny tiny, cute little dinosaur. But yeah, no, I knew I'd forgotten something, and I was like, the Iguanodon, yes!
I kept distracted, Jens, with all this. It's a Therapsid, stop calling it a dinosaur.
Yeah, you know.
Being in my high horse. But yes, the Iguanodon.
And you'll get to see the Iguanodon at a later date, because as we have mentioned numerous times already during this live stream, the Dominion Malta expansion launches next week, on December 8th, so 6 days to go. And that is when you'll get to see all of these lovely dinosaurs.
We have to
and,
leave you something
variants and
to.
skins.
I'm going to leave you something.
Yeah, and we're gonna do a stream after launch where we dig into some more of them. We're gonna build a park together. I'm gonna build a park with some of the devs. We're gonna look at all the different dinosaurs, talk a bit about them, maybe dig a little bit into the campaign as well. So, but yeah, you will.
Hopefully, I get invited for some of those.
I mean,
Put you on the spot there in front of everyone. It's awkward. It's awkward if he says no, though, isn't it?
We've got a couple of streams left during the year here, Rich. You might be invited to one or two. Who knows? Maybe.
I'll keep being nice to you.
Yeah, please keep being nice to me. Absolutely. Hold on, where's the Carnotaurus? Come on. There it is. Asleep again. Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure this is actually the right one. No, that's the Toro one. There it is. So I just wanted to end on that, I think. And so that is what we're gonna. I think that's gonna do it for this here live stream. It's been quite a lot. I mean, this happens whenever we do a expansion. There's a lot to go through.
There is.
And we've got both stuff that's coming in expansion and stuff that's coming in update 5.
Yep.
So I think before we sign off, we can do a bit of a recap here.
Yeah. Again, like I've been doing since the game came out, whenever we release a DLC, I wanted to make sure that there was an update to go alongside that had a lot of improvements and features and content for those people that already own the base game. So if the DLC is not for you, that's perfectly fine, but I want to make sure that I'm improving on the gameplay and the mechanics and the content in Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well for you guys. And again, Update 5 has a bunch of really interesting stuff that we wanted to bring to players, and it's been really exciting.
Yeah, so Update 5, as I discussed earlier today with Emma, so you get 5 new DFW-styled or DFW-themed challenge maps based on the campaign levels, and I personally can't wait to dig into some of those.
I love challenge mode. I know that Emma and the design team have been really excited about the photography level, but I really like some of the mechanics that we're bringing in some of the other levels as well.
Yeah, that's actually not. We didn't talk that much about it, but there's going to be some new dinosaur traits that you'll have to deal with in some of these levels. There's going to be some new challenges, if you will, in these, hence the name challenge.
Yeah, in one of the levels, dinosaurs will get a new trait that you need to hire a specific scientist to kind of marry up with that trait to treat it. And in one of the levels, we have scientist experts that you have to hire as well. In one level, we've adjusted kind of the tranquilizer level that sometimes the dinosaurs will need, and you're going to have to upgrade the tranquilizer kind of value that you're putting in your rifles to put your dinosaurs to sleep. So again, there's ways we've been using, we've kind of went back and looked at how we've been using some of the mechanics, some of the existing systems, and come up with different ways to adjust them slightly for the new challenge levels, because there's many hours of fun and entertainment in trying to get those Jurassic medals ticked off in some of those. And kind of we sat back the other day and between the challenges that we had in the game when it came out in November and the ones we added in Update 3 and Update 5. Challenge mode is huge now. There's like hours
so
and hours
much
of content.
to go through.
And it's always, and each one of them we put so much time and attention to make sure that they're really lots of fun. So I'm always really excited for the challenge mode stuff that we do. Yeah,
I know a lot of people in chat are asking for the Allosaurus variant. We're going to have to wait a little bit till you get to see it, but you'll get to see it at least at launch and also in the live stream that we're going to do after launch. So yeah, please keep an eye out for that. Let's see what else can we talk about from Update 5. So yeah, we talked about some changes in behavior for the tiny dinosaurs, so for Compsognathus and Coelophysis and some of them.
Yep, and some of the dinosaurs that are in the Dominion Malta expansion get that as well. That kind of helped give us a push to work on those systems, because we were adding some more much smaller dinosaurs, and we kind of felt that some of the systems we had that kind of only the Compsognathus or the Coelophysis had needed a bit more time and effort to really make them feel that they fit in. And as a nice group, as Emma says, they've created a new scavenger group, as well as behaviour changes for water and attacking guests and goats, but also the way that things collide with them. So it's been good to improve on those systems and how those dinosaurs work.
And finally, there's also going to be a lot of quality of life updates in update number 5, which is coming out for free on December 8th alongside the Dominion Malta expansion. So I'm going to quickly rattle them off. You can quickly highlight liked plants when you're editing an enclosure. You can see which dinosaurs sort of match up together when you transport them. You can very quickly use a dinosaur highlighter when you're trying to make your park teams carry out various tasks or whatever it needs to be. So there's definitely a lot of things to sort of to not necessarily, well, yeah, kind of smooth out
yes, that's
gameplay,
what we've been doing.
Make things a little bit more.
We're just constantly sanding down various parts of the gameplay.
I'm just a bit worried about making it sound like, the game was difficult to play before. Like, it wasn't, but this is just another way of just,
it's just sometimes
adding a little bit.
If you're doing something for hours and hours and hours and hours, you just notice those occasional things. You're like, oh, it'd just be nice if it just did this. Well, that's what we've been doing for the last 12 months of playing all the updates, all the content, all the challenge levels, the PDLCs, the campaigns of just going, let's just add this. Let's just add a toggle that provides you this information, and just to make it just easier to do some of the systems that we had in the first place.
Yeah, and then of course there's going to be more stuff as well coming in Update 5 with some changes to the game, some bug fixes, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be added in, and of course, on December 8th, we are launching the Dominion Malta expansion, which will have a new campaign with spread across 3 different maps, where you're working with the various people from the film, as well as Cabot Finch, because we've got to have Cabot Finch back. There was a question I saw on Reddit right after we announced this, and I want to hear your take on this. Who has more ex-wives, Cabot Finch or Ian Malcolm?
Cabot by far.
Yes, exactly.
Cabot by far.
Yeah, that was my thoughts as well.
I think he gains one every time we ask Graham to come back to do the voice of Cabot. I think Cabot has been away and gained another ex-wife.
Yeah, that's why he's working with so many people. Like, he has more. He's like alimony payments and divorce settlement payments.
He's earned so much money making dinosaur parks now that he's losing so much money to ex-wives. He's like really successful. He gets a new wife. Things don't work out. He's a bit too sarcastic, and they kind of this is a bit. But then he moves away and he's back again. We need to build us more dinosaur parks. I need your help building a new dinosaur enterprise. Cabot.
And of course, with the new campaign and with the new maps, there's also going to be some new Malta-themed buildings, which we talked a bit about and showcased earlier in the stream. So if you missed that, then please feel free to go back during the VOD and take a look at that. And obviously, the stuff will be immediately available in sandbox mode when you purchase the DLC. So you can jump straight into the map, straight into using these new buildings. And of course, we've got 4 new prehistoric species coming to Jurassic World Evolution 2 with the Dominion Malta expansion, and that is the Oviraptor, the Lystrosaurus, the Morus Intrepidus, and of course, the Atrociraptor. With then, for all of them, with 12 body colors, 7 pattern colors, as well as a 2022 skin based on the Dominion film, and for the Atrociraptors, the full Atrociraptor squad skin as well. So you can then, if you want to, you can put your Atrociraptor squad and your Velociraptor squad in the same enclosure and see what happens. Not sure I'd recommend it necessarily, but
it'd be very entertaining.
It's going to be violent, I think.
Oh yeah, bloodshed.
And finally, of course, as we mentioned previously, there's going to be a new variant for the Iguanodon. There's going to be a new variant for the Allosaurus. Yep. There's a new skin for the Carnotaurus and a new. I forget if it's a skin or a variant for the Dimorphodon.
It's a variant because it's
because it's so much smaller. Yes, and a variant for the Dimorphodon with the Pycno fibers. I lost it. I had it and I lost it. Pycno
if you'd have kept going, your confidence was so good. I'd have not noticed until about an hour later.
Yep. Is there anything that I've missed? Is there anything I've forgotten? I don't think there is.
There's a lot in there. It's been great bringing all of those dinosaurs to life, adding all these new species, as well as say going back and bringing all the amazing characters from Jurassic World Dominion that we didn't see in the Dominion Bison expansion because we focused on a different part of the film, but bringing in Kayla Watts, Barry Sanben, Siona Santos, and Dodgson, bringing back in all the characters, all the actors that played them has been great. Getting the video session, it's been great having that campaign as well as the new buildings and decorations as well. So it's a really good expansion full of lots of stuff that I hope you'll enjoy.
I hope so too. I'm incredibly excited to see how people react to the full launch next week on December 8th. But that is going to do it for this here live stream. I want to thank everyone out there. I want to thank everyone out there so much for watching, whether you're watching on YouTube or Steam or on Twitch. We really appreciate you coming with us on this journey here. And of course, shout out to the fantastic mod team for keeping it down in chat. Thank you to Heather G and Osric. and of course the rest of the community team as well. And obviously a huge thank you to Emma Rydstrom earlier in the stream, and to you, Rich Newbold, for
Thank you very
joining
much for
me
having
here
me.
on the couches.
As always, it's amazing to be here.
Yeah, I love to have you on the stream, and I think the chat loves to have you on the stream as well.
Thank you.
So it has been a fantastic stream, in my opinion. And the reason for it being a fantastic stream is none other than our live stream producer Adam behind the boards. I think at one point you did hear him laugh, or you heard him make some sort of noise, and someone in chat just said, "Was that Adam?"
It was Adam.
That was Adam. So yeah. We will see you all next week for another live stream where we'll be talking about the launch of the Dominion Malta expansion with some of the developers. And of course, like I said, it all comes out on December 8th in 6 days. It's Thursday in 6 days. And we will see you all then. Bye, everyone. Bye.